On today's episode of the Fearfic Podcast.
Circumcision is perfectly natural. It's, done by the teeth on the vagina. Totally natural.
Welcome to the Fearfic Podcast, where we read and critique short, scary stories, paragraph by paragraph, and bullshit while we do it. From adolescent revenge fantasies to subtle postmodern narratives and everything in between, we read it and critique. On today's episode, we, that means you, tolerate Chelsea's echoey apartment as we read a story about liminal space written by HyperThermal. Introducing the voice of Rose, Frickles, and at the end we'll have a season finale of Dagon Season 2. I guess it's like the end of the story arc. Anyway, this one is for the real big fear figures out there. Kick it to the cold open, Caucasians.
Talk about Dagon.
Dagon, what a beautiful, beautiful fish lesbian.
Fish lesbian.
Of low intelligence.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Honestly.
Dagon is a lolly.
Yeah,
I'm in the same class as Dagon.
That's true.
Shit.
I never thought about that.
What an honor.
Why are you Count Chocula?
Supposed to be Zoidberg, but that works too.
Oh, okay. Oh my god. There was a lot of good voices in early Adult Swim.
Oh Christ, there was.
Yeah. A lot of good frisky dingoes, but no, like
I still need to watch it. I'm so sorry.
No, yeah, no, it's pulling teeth to get people to watch. But no, Dagon is a character that I really ended up like emotionally attaching to.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of trying to write comedy, I'm just like or horror or anything. It's just like no, I want. Yeah. And I've been happy with everything that we've done together for this character.
Absolutely. I actually finally sat down and watched all of Shape of Water, and I'm like,
oh yeah.
Now I really feel. And
you're just like imagining the Dagon voice.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like I want to mention, because my mom was watching it to me. I'm like, I'm not gonna explain this to her.
How do you explain?
Like,
so I have like these friends that do a podcast. And, like,
yeah.
Anyway, lesbian.
Yeah. Anyway, lesbian,
Mormon.
Fish monster.
But I don't know, man. The fish monster was kind of hopping. I was feeling like, I see where Rose is coming from. I could really get into character.
My favorite thing is Guillermo del Toro asked his daughter and his wife to review the fish man's butt to make sure it was perfect.
Oh, what a man.
And you're gonna he's got to have a good ass.
It's got to be the perfect ass.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, bless.
I do love the part in the movie when they're just spoilers, when it's just how does he do that? And they put the hands together and spread them apart, and then it's just
it's a lot.
That's what it is.
It's beautiful.
And it's I'm not into that, but boy, I get it.
Yeah.
I
get it now.
I get it.
Woo! Oh, damn, I see it.
Not the case for Dagon though.
No.
No deployable fish dong.
No, the deployable fish dong. Sadly,
no. I suppose we should introduce you. What are you doing?
What's your name and what do you do?
My name is Frickles.
Okay, this is Frickles.
This is Frickles the cat.
We haven't fucking credited. This is a person who has played Rose, and yes. I think you've also played some other bit. You did the dial tone person, the phone lady, yeah.
Automated system.
Yeah,
I'm very familiar with those. Worked in a call center for the past 5 years.
And you told us that you would occasionally just do a fucking accent because you get bored.
Oh yeah, basically. So I would start to I would talk to a lot of Midwesterners. It's just oh, hey there, yeah, I gotta file a claim, and I don't really know where to start. And then I was just like, shit, I'm just gonna echo this accent right now.
YOLO, why not?
Oh, don't you worry about a thing. I'm just gonna get you right signed up here with your claim, get you your claim number, and get you right on your way here with your adjuster. It's just it's really hard not to. Sometimes I just kind of mash accents. I do it unintentionally, but then I just started to get bored.
See,
it's fuck it.
You do that way more than I do because at my job I'll get people from out of town.
Oh yeah.
And I have this accent, and then I also have a more southern one.
Right.
And a more rural one.
Right. I do have a little bit of a rural dialect too.
And so it's when rural people will talk to me, I will just automatically, just instinctively, uncontrollably, just immediately go into it.
Yep.
Because, it's a customer servicey thing. And it's just I want to make you feel at home.
Exactly. It's an empathizing. It's an automatic empathizing, but I've always, really really like doing stupid ass voices, so it's like, wow, this is a whole other level of this shit. This is getting real.
You are a bit of a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh my god. So
yeah,
fun times. I love it though. It was fun. Like I just remember this one theft claim, or like this lady was calling about a theft claim. She's like, I had a theft claim back in like, it says I had one back like 10 years ago, and I really don't remember. And I was like, all right. And then I started to go into it a little. She's like, oh yeah, I remember now. Okay. And I'm
they
like,
stole my
holy
memories.
shit, right? Yeah, they stole my whole memory. Okay. So I was just like, wow, I wish I could record this so bad and just play it for all my friends. So now I was like, I have to just learn these accents.
You gotta learn these accents.
Yeah, it's hard to not just do all the voices back at them, but
it makes the day more colorful.
But just getting a little spice of sounding like a little bit more rural for those Southerners, man. I mean, it makes them feel really at home. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah.
It is crazy though, because America does have like a pretty wide variety of accents. It's like a huge place. And
Maryland is the most hilarious.
Listen, America's huge.
America is huge.
We have the best accents.
All of the accents that you could ever.
All of the impressions. It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's a wonderful place to live.
Mexico, they all speak Mexican.
Yeah,
it's all the same thing.
It's all the same thing. Jesus Christ. But I think my favorite, one of my favorite accents is Maryland, because it's like indistinguishable. Yeah. So Upper Marlboro, Maryland, they say like Upper Marlboro, Maryland, and I'm like, you're from fucking where? Like, those were okay. Yeah. Upper Marlboro.
Sad news today when Marlboro, Maryland was lit ablaze.
Maryland. Yeah. Upper Marlboro. Like, I guess it's hard enough to say, but like, you can just make it Upper Marlboro, Maryland, and that's it. That's all you really. That's where I live.
You slur it all together, and
it's
then
like,
it doesn't matter.
I'm just like,
slur everything, and then it doesn't matter.
And then if Marlboro, Maryland gets lit on fire, do you think that Baltimore would get secondhand smoke?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a long way to go for that joke, but there's no... I couldn't think of
Marbs.
any.
I wish they'd just be like, yo, I live in Upper Marbs, Maryland. Like, that would have been... Mamma mia, just perfect.
I have a black friend who... I have a black friend.
Yeah.
I have a black friend who who had the most incisive comment about people showing up at gas stations. It's like, here's my impression of a white person at a gas station. Give me $10 on pump 9 and the Marlboros in the red pack.
Dear God. Yeah.
And if that's not an accurate...
That's so ridiculously
I don't
accurate.
understand what happens at gas stations, because they are kind of like a liminal space where everybody is a fucking degenerate.
Yeah.
Redneck.
Like, you just leave everything, all of your personality at the door when you go into a gas station. Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense, though, because it's like, okay, going about my day-to-day life, I'm not running into, like, Shadow of Innsmouth subhuman people.
Right.
I'm not a Shadow of Innsmouth subhuman person. You go to a gas station and you just get the worst of everybody that has ever existed.
Sometimes
people that only exist in the gas station dimension.
Exactly.
Yeah, they leave and they're completely different person.
They despawn.
Yeah.
They're not.
It's true.
The simulation is just like, no, we just needed that person to make you uncomfortable getting gas.
Yeah. No, I seriously, like, one of the I remember during the pandemic, I would have to go to, Circle K or something, like, right by the corner of the street. I'm just like, how shitty can I dress? I would just wear, like, the worst fucked up, torn up pajama pants and, like, moose slippers and, like, a really long army coat and just go in there with my hair all, like, fucked up, side braid, like, partially pulled out, and just be like, I wore a mask. Fuck it. Nobody knows.
No.
Nobody gotta know.
No.
It's dude. It's like, I don't know. I just got caught into the vortex, and it's like I was pre-gaming it. I was just like, I know that this is gonna be an experience. Let's see how
Let's make it more of an experience.
Let's see how bad I can dress. Let's see how uncomfortable I can make somebody.
Yes.
Be like, she goes out like that. Like,
just really itch your ass.
Damn right. Oh
just
man.
Get in there.
Why didn't I think that? I really could have just had an excavation right in front of the polar pop.
really twitching it.
Just like,
really being a
getting
twitch
my go ape energy, just like twisting into that ass, you know? Oh man, I've got this pair of like, pajama pants I totally want to wear there. The crotch just completely blown out of them. I don't know.
God.
I don't know how that could possibly happen. But yeah, they're totally the tiger like pajama pants. I'm like, man, I should just. There is no crotch in those pants. God, those would look great in a Circle K.
Well, that happens to panties though. They just like your pussy just eats through the fabric.
I mean,
What
the
the
pussy
fuck?
juice just dissolves
Well, it does.
fabric.
Plus, they have teeth. You know, I mean,
Mhm.
there's
Yeah.
obviously that. Well, sorry.
I mean, I'm not long enough to hit where the teeth are, so I
Yeah.
haven't encountered that.
Thank God. You know. So it's a disadvantage, you know,
It's a-
being such a large male in this
Large.
day and age.
Mhm.
You just lose the tip.
You do.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
That's what his purpose is.
Like, it's actually circumcision is perfectly natural. It's you know, done by the teeth on the vagina. Totally natural. Religion, fuck it. You know, they try to, you know, save them the pain
and do it when they're a baby.
Yeah,
that way they don't remember.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
but like, you know, and then could you just imagine that reality where every
There's a
guy,
universe where this happens.
Oh God.
every
Oh,
guy is
God.
afraid to give up his virginity?
Yes. Oh God.
It's like, babe, just like go through it and you'll like it after. You'll
You'll
get used to
love
it.
it.
You'll bleed the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You have
man.
like female pickup artists that just do like the slimy shit.
Oh,
Yes.
God, yes. Oh, fuck. I really like
That's kind of what women already are though, because the male pickup artists, they paint their nails, and women already do that. They're-
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, we're already. We're
yeah.
fucking
Women are
halfway
pickup
there.
artists. They just don't put out.
Yeah, exactly. That was- Dear God.
Oh, my-
man. Good times. Good times.
Great times.
Should we end the fucking cold open on women are
Yeah.
pickup artists? They just don't put out.
Yep.
Okay. We're doing a liminal space story, which I scrolled down to find out that this is written by HyperThermal. So, hello, HyperThermal. Long time no talk. They wrote a story entitled PB&J, and it's part of a liminal space contest. So we're gonna get into that. It's gonna be this direction reading
Seems good to me.
paragraphs. John knew he was cursed. No other explanation would make sense in his mind. For the past 3 hours, he had been trapped on Peter's bridge in the middle of a fierce blizzard. Peter, you're trapped on the fence in a blizzard.
Holy freaking crap, Lois.
Whenever he had taken a step off the snow-covered path, his vision would be blurred in a haze of white, and he would be right back at the other end, like in Kokiri Forest.
Damn.
He had considered jumping from the sides of the bridge to the ground below, as it was fairly short fall. Then, you know, and he doesn't know if he's going to take fall damage off of that.
Exactly.
You know, he might get lucky. His name might be very particular. He might be able to glitch.
He might be able to.
Yeah.
He has a percentage sign, one Japanese symbol, and then the word ass.
And then he
So he's fine.
glitches right to the end of the game.
Perfect. Out. Like, hey, what's up? I beat it.
just those sounds of like the boxes hitting each other in Gary's mod.
Perfect.
Oh my lord. When he first peered over the railing to gauge the distance, however, it became apparent that while a fall wouldn't kill him, but his older age meant he would be seriously wounded, likely breaking a leg. This would be manageable on its own, but he could sense something under him. So, like, I like the idea in that scenario. Do you put up one of your legs to just let one leg get completely wrecked and then save the other?
I take a deep breath and I just fucking jump.
Fair enough.
Chelsea's just like, I'm gonna go neck first.
I'm like, I'm done dealing with this.
Well, first, I have to check my Anthem Blue
I'm
Cross
fucking
Blue Shield
bored.
ads. Okay? I gotta see what my benefits are, what, you know, ambulance rides cost, and then maybe go for it after that. You know, you gotta weigh like pros and cons and like,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
that's the trick. Is if ambulance rides are so expensive that what you can do is if the ambulance is showing up, tell them you're going to be at a certain place, and then try and get to a place a little away from that on the route. That way you can jump out in the middle of the time and then get hit by the ambulance.
Holy shit!
And then they caused it. Now you have an ambulance.
This is
Ambulance
American
hacks.
life hack.
American life hack.
Really, that's the worst part of America by far. Is just health insurance.
Truly.
Like everything else is pretty goddamn tits awesome.
Yeah, it's really not that bad.
But
But like anything relating to healthcare.
Absolute
no,
garbage.
just don't get sick.
Don't get sick,
Literally,
though?
just don't get sick.
Or if you do get sick,
Guess I'll die.
just cross your fingers and hope for the best.
Cross them fingies if you still got them to cross, and let's do this thing. Woo!
Well, I mean, like, at least the American healthcare system did figure out why certain people are shitting poop straight out of their buttholes constantly and having tummy issues. And they're like, some of these people are allergic to gluten. So that's...
Amen.
But it took them a long time to
It took them a long time.
It really did.
Bread?
Yeah.
No,
No.
bread's the bottom of the food pyramid. You can't be allergic to that.
If you keep shitting out of your ass, just put some bread up your ass.
It'll soak it right
there's an
up.
idea.
Ass bread.
Ass bread.
I'm not reading the story, am I?
Oh, no.
This would be...
No, wait. Before you go back, what would you do? Would you dangle your leg off the bridge? Would you check?
Oh, no, that would be
Would
my...
you jump neck first? Would
That
you
would
check
be my-
your insurance?
No, here's my tech. Okay, so I have 2 legs, and, like, both of them are fine, and I am, like, left-handed, but if I'm going to jump down there, my left knee definitely feeling a little more age than the right knee.
Mm-hmm.
The left knee is just going to take it. That's the plan.
Left knee's gonna
Take it.
Oh, left knee's gonna take it.
I am gonna break it on the floor.
Beautiful.
I can't compare the leg, break a leg.
Break a leg.
This would be manageable on its own, but he could sense something under him. Ooh. Something too terrible to deal with. Something he felt was responsible for his predicament. Its presence was subtle, but it was there, and it was hunting him down. Why wouldn't it just jump up to the top of the bridge was beyond him? But as long as he was above it, he was safe for the time being. So I think that this is a nice opening paragraph.
Yeah,
it's
solid.
Tantalizing. Yeah. I don't know why he would assume whatever is below him would be able to jump up. We're kind of like in a dream state at the moment. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, that's kind of like, I don't know. I was just like watching like a coverage story of like a guy who got partially eaten by a polar bear. Nice. But it's like one of those things where it's like, if like the hair on your neck is standing up because there's an apex like predator stalking you, like you kind of do make weird assumptions.
That's true. I do want to see, like, was the documentary fair?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, they got the bear's perspective, too.
Yeah, they interviewed the bear.
They bring the bear in.
Excuse me, sir. Why did you eat that man's face?
There's just like...
I get you.
There's a chair there that is, like, clearly shaped for a human, and the polar bear is just kind of, like, standing with its head hovering over the chair. There's just, like, some peanut butter on the chair.
Beautiful. Well, let's see, all the answer we have.
And then there's just like a little card down at the bottom. It's just like Whitey polar bear.
Whitey with like quotation marks, like Whitey, the holy. Yeah.
Well, you know what?
The holy berry.
What they could do instead is just like we made roads to try and contact this bear, but the bear, when requested for a comment, growled at us.
Rude. So rude. All right. So to move on with the story, he sat down at the middle of the bridge, leaning his back against the poles and rungs that were designed to keep the thoroughfare from tumbling off the sides. Maybe if he just rested there.
I like that. That's
tumbling off.
That's great. No, I don't know how I feel about, like, he rested himself against the guardrail that was meant to guard him from jumping off and killing himself.
Right. Like,
I love it. Yeah. I love this detail.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah.
Although it makes me think of, like, that quote from, like, that designer for, like bear safety boxes
Oh,
for
God.
Yellowstone, who was just like, there is a definite overlap between the stewardess tourists and the smarter bears.
Oh, snap. Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's not like free salmon, is it?
No.
That's not free salmon in that cage, right?
Right?
That's free salmon.
That's free salmon.
That's just
That's dead ass just
free salmon. Oh, shit. Oh, man.
polar bear just walks, a grizzly bear just walks by. It's just like,
What?
that's not free salmon, bud.
That's not.
But you're a free snack for me now,
Free
buddy.
snack, bitch. Delicious.
Bear, the grizzly bear just comes through and in bear speak. It's like, that's not free salmon, that's a trap. And like, it just comes out as growls. So the stupid tourist just goes in there to get away from the bear. Grizzlies every
Fucking
time.
Every time. Damn it. You know, it's not easy being a grizzly. It's not easy being a grizzly boy. Alright. So maybe if he just rested here, he thought, he could wait it all out. The blizzard would end, or could end, actually. Someone would walk by and drag him back to normalcy, or he could wake up from this terrible dream. As he pondered on his options and possibilities, John couldn't help but think back to the history of Peter's Bridge, named after the local philanthropists who had funded its construction. It was also where that man would be undone. Peter, old and fairly wealthy, had many involvements with women. Woo! His last being Marie.
I get involvements with women. Get involvements with women.
Yeah, good stuff. 4 years ago, almost coming to 5 in a couple of days, or a few days, rather, there was an altercation between the two. Marie had confronted Peter on this bridge, though over what was never fully known to the public.
Why didn't you wash your dick before coming to me?
Why didn't you wash your ass? Why'd you leave ass stains all over my sheet?
It was that, or like it was kind of a let me smell your dick situation, and
I
let's
did
just
not want to
see,
smell your
it
dick.
wasn't.
I didn't.
You know you're on pussy, you know, like you smell it. You know if it's somebody else's pussy,
It smells
You know,
different.
it smells different.
It's gonna be a bad time, and so here's it's kind of a cheating situation.
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, let me smell your pussy. That pussy doesn't smell like
Yeah.
your pussy. That well,
Yeah.
it does like under, but like
Right. There's a little dick mixed
in the
into that, and it's not mine.
pubes.
There's a whiff of something new.
There's like when he wafted, you know, the scent of other men.
Let me clarify this. Your vagina smells like your vagina, but your pubes smell like another woman's vagina.
Whoa. See, that's some deep shit. Not a good time for these guys, Peter and Marie. Peter and Marie. Alright, so, had many involvements with women since last week. Marie, okay, the altercation, the low traffic the place saw during the winter, all but ensured that her body would not be found until a week had passed. Multiple wounds to her face and neck, bruising on the side of her body with broken ribs underneath, and utterly frozen.
I'm liking all of this so far.
Let it
This is enjoyable.
go.
You know, so like this is my issue with all of the true crime stuff. It's like you can tell a true crime story without having to exploit real victims.
Yeah.
And this is like showing you that that can like be done. Even though this isn't like a hard fucking true crime-ish
Right.
story, like that paragraph was like a true crime-ish.
It absolutely was.
So
Yeah. Alright, should I do this?
That's
last one,
that's a
or
Chelsea
is that
thing.
Chelsea.
Peter was investigated and tried and was soon found guilty of both this murder and several other, admittedly lesser crimes. He was given a life sentence, though it was shortened by Peter's creative use of prison bed sheets half a year ago. It was that horrific murder that was the source of John's curse, he reckoned. People do say that hauntings happen around places of great trauma, or at least that's what he heard anyway. John curled up as tightly as he was able and drifted off to sleep. Drifted.
That's right. I sleep in a car bed because I like to drift off to sleep.
off to sleep. Yo.
So we get a page break. It had been almost the whole day by John's recollection. He was still trapped on Peter's Bridge, and still the blizzard screamed around him. While the snow was just enough to help sate his thirst. John knew he would soon starve to death if the cold didn't take him first. He lost count of how many attempts to walk off the bridge he made, but it was well over 1,000 times by now, and vaulting off the side seemed like an even worse idea than it did before, as it was clear the thing stalking around down below was prepared for something. It had haphazardly placed some dark blue-looking stones over the ground, and they made John deeply uneasy. So this is, I like it when a story will do something like this, where I often say, like, you got to keep things simple, stupid, and, like, really focus on, like, hey, this is a monster, look at this monster, or something like that, or, like, here's this concept. But, like, I like how this is blending the different elements of horror. It's like, I'm trapped in this space, there's something down there, and it's putting blue stones around there, so it's kind of like, none of those things don't mesh well with the other things. They're all, like, working together.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's well wrote. Woven.
Like a beautiful basket.
I think that generally the best stories are the ones where we end up talking about smelling vaginal on women's pubes.
Yeah.
Because, like, if a story is, like, working effectively, then it's kind of, like, boring to get, like, drawn into just what it's doing.
Absolutely.
When you're breaking it up, so it's just like, this is a story that's easier to enjoy if we weren't fucking doing this podcast.
Yeah, working together. Making the dream. Okay, so after another few hours, John paused and looked at his surroundings.
And he's like, yep, still
Still
snowing.
Still snowing, still a bridge, still some stones,
Still some
probably
fucking
a polar bear.
Groundhog's Day bullshit.
Yep.
And I've hit, like, you know how you go, like, Super Saiyan? Like, I've been out in the cold so much that, like, my penis, like, shrunk, but, like, it hit another layer of shrinking.
Ooh.
It is now on the inside.
It's
curled up.
It's like a penile implosion.
But my balls are still there. So it's just like clit plus fat balls.
Oh,
like,
nice.
you know, they're nice and firmed up because it's cold.
Right,
you know, everything's going together.
They're freezing on the inside.
They're freezing on the inside.
Right.
The sperm is starting to freeze.
Mm.
A little crystallized sperm going on there.
Yeah.
Well, Jack Frost came early, I guess. Well,
Jack Frost nipping.
woo! Nipping all the things.
Nipping. YouTube. Nipping.
Nipping.
Nip.
I don't want it to auto read that as something else.
Yeah, that would be.
Well, the podcast already gets, like, super, like, shut down by YouTube because at the beginning it thinks that we're saying Fearfuck Podcast instead of Fearfic. So, like, every time it hears our narrator say that, it's just like, it's saying fuck in the first 30 seconds of the video. Don't show this to people.
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
Shut it all down. Light it on fire and shut it
Just
down.
put it in the trash and light it on fire. It's fine. Yep. So, what's going on with John? So he looked at his surroundings. That's cool. Whatever light made it through the blizzard was reddish orange, giving the snow around him a peculiar...
It gave him purple.
Peculiar.
Was the peculiar orange-brown color purple guy?
Bruh. Anyway, it reminded him of peanut butter. Whoa. We just eat some peanut butter cookies. That's wild. Oh,
yeah,
man.
we ate some peanut butter cookies, and you're like, wow, it's wild. And what was in those peanut butter cookies?
Woohoo, Lord.
It was peanut
4
butter.
Ingredients. Can you guess what they are?
Peanut, butter. Sugar, gluten-free flour.
No, salt.
Salt? Wait.
I think? No, it's peanut butter, sugar.
Welcome to our cooking podcast where we don't know how to cook.
We don't want to know what's going on.
Peanut butter, sugar, egg, and salt.
Egg. Nice.
That's got to be a podcast somewhere. It's just like ingredients. The podcast. And it's just people telling you ingredients.
That's fantastic.
Peanut butter. I think that's an ingredient.
Ingredients ASMR. Like,
what? But are we limiting ourselves to just the ingredients of cooking, or
just like looking on the back of a can, like green beans, citric acid, like water.
This was the Jolly Green Giant Green Bean Extra Large Family Sized Can podcast. Stay
ASMR.
tuned next week for Campbell's Chicken Soup.
Delicious.
And then remember to visit our sister podcast where we review the ingredients that we are listing. We don't make recipes.
Maltodextrin. 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Woo! Peanut butter.
What the
Woo! Here we are.
Are you alright, buddy?
Yeah,
you just
we're all right.
busted into song.
I just looked at the peanut butter and it just
You just-
came to me, man. I was feeling it. It just felt like it was kind of like the same tone as the Cleveland weather, which is on like every fucking radio station in Cleveland. I swear to God. I'm like, is it necessary? Like, okay, Cleveland weather. It's like whatever the fuck it feels like this minute. Like it's gonna be outdated in about 3 seconds. Like, what are we doing?
It's literally the girl from Mean Girls.
Yeah.
Just my boobs can tell when it's raining.
Exactly. It's like it's gonna rain. Okay, that's all you know. Yeah. Oh wait, no, actually, I think it's gonna snow. Don't tell me how now. Don't ask me. Don't ask me.
It's cold and there's rain, so it's gonna turn into snow.
No, it's crazy. Yeah, Cleveland weather. Anyway, the little stones. You know those little stones that they're looking like grapes.
And the Stones start singing, Cleveland weather.
Cleveland weather. Beautiful. Yeah. Magic 105.
Currently it's snowing, and you're trapped in a liminal space. There's a stone demon under you.
This has been
Placing
Stay tuned next time. Holy shit. Oh my god. So yeah.
Alright.
So we've got the peculiar, why can I not say that word? The light orange brown color that reminded him of peanut butter. And those stones look like grapes. What John wouldn't give for a good filling peanut butter and grape jelly sandwich. Grape jelly is not my favorite jelly. I think I'm more of a black raspberry.
Welcome to the Jelly Review Podcast.
So grape jelly, I'm gonna give like a 3 out of 10.
Oh, you're really favorable to it. I feel like it's more like
Frickles is like-
Yeah, you might be right. Is it Concord or is it like okay? Yeah.
Now have you had black currant jelly?
Okay, girl. Yeah.
Hey, girl.
Are you black pilled?
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Frickles is like bouncing up and down
Like,
on this yoga ball.
Like, woo! I'm probably gonna fall over by the time this is.
I'm just imagining you like on a YouTube video reviewing jellies. Like
one at a time. Okay, like, falls over.
Jesus.
If there at any time we hear like a thunk, it's me. I've fallen off.
Eating shit.
Eating shit. So I can't.
I came here to eat peanut butter and jelly, not eat shit.
Yeah. Okay. So, this guy would really like a peanut butter and grape jelly sandwich, which is like kind of basic, but alright, I'll give it to him. So just like the ones he used to bring to school as a young lad. The chewy, rough surface of bread, the creamy texture of the peanut butter spread, and the sweet, tart taste of that jelly.
What?
Oh, how he
Sorry.
craved it!
I'm sorry, but like grape jelly is not tart in any way, shape, or form.
Nah, grape jelly blows,
It is
bro.
just sugar.
Yeah, it's just big sugar.
Maybe it's British.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
British jelly.
maybe
Maybe they add a little bit more citric acid.
Yeah, make it a little
9.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Ingredient.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know. Could be. So, how he craved it, hungered for it, needed it. If only he weren't stuck in this horrible blizzard.
Bitch.
Such a bitch. Just trapped on this never-ending bridge. Though now that he was thinking of it, John didn't feel cold at all. In fact, he was feeling rather warm now. Too warm for the bulky winter clothing he was wearing.
Uh-oh.
That's a sign of hypothermia.
Look out for hypothermia. As he took off the glove on his right hand, revealing the bluish purple fingers underneath, John suddenly remembered the truth.
It's like Cleveland weather. It's currently 30%, negative 30.
But
so if you're feeling warm,
chance of hypothermia.
If you're feeling warm currently, don't take off your clothes. Yeah. You silly goose.
You silly goose. It's
silly goose. Remember the truth.
Remember the truth.
Remember the truth. All of his prior knowledge of Peter's Bridge, of his younger age, his entire life and world around him, was an illusion. Ooh. John was the king of the peanut butter and jelly land.
Amazing.
Yes!
Amazing.
Already love it. Love it.
Though what was the cause for those prior delusions of his paler skin and believing that the bread of his castle was a mere bridge? Of course, it made sense now. The fiend who cast this curse upon him was that malicious and monstrous mage. Oh Jesus, more
Morbidimus.
Morbidimus.
Mold.
I tried really hard on that word.
You did really well. It's hard.
That fugal fiend had infected King John with a wretched enchantment.
Fugal. Fungal.
That frugal bastard. Like, wait, this is by no means a comment on Israel. So just if
They're
any
very expensive defense system.
Things that we were talking about: peanut butter, jelly, frugalness. Things we are not talking about:
Israel.
The Jewish faith. None of that. Nope.
None of that.
Nope. Only snacks.
Jesus.
How fucking canceled are we right now?
Jesus
All right.
Christ.
Oh.
So, the fungal fiend.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Fungal fiend might also be my new metal band name. I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Tricking him into doubting the true nature of his reality and keeping him from his people, who were no doubt awaiting his return down below.
Morbidimus mold keeps gatekeeping and girl bossing me.
Bastard. Fucking girl boss.
King John's landing on the soft, accumulated, peanut butter was punctuated by a deep pain in his side. No doubt the last bit of Morbidimus's curse retching out of his body. He wasn't able to raise his foot, but he
Raised
to his feet. But he was just fine. But that was just fine for him. His most trusted member of the royal court were waiting for him back at the castle. They looked different from how he remembered, though in fairness his memory was afflicted by vile sorcery. The three of them were huddled together, drizzled in that delicious spread, staring at him with wide, toothy grins. Every single one of them, their 4 eyes refused to blink, no doubt out of concern for their king, and the strawberry jelly skin peeked through in specks and streaks around the neck. The brisk crunching and snapping sounds, they rushed over to the aid of their monarch.
Strawberry jelly now. Strawberry jelly is also not a favorite.
I don't mind it. It depends, though. It depends on
really
how
does.
much sugar is in there.
It's true.
However,
Ooh.
strawberry habanero jelly.
Oh, girl, I'm in. Strawberry freezer jam also.
Here's the best thing you can do with strawberries. Eat them.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I am of the hot take opinion that apple pie is a waste of apples.
I disagree.
I do love
apples are nice and crunchy, and you just take them and you stripe out the textural features of what apples have to offer, which is their crunch. They're nature's chips in apple form.
In apple form.
I do love apple pie.
Have you had apple pie with cheese?
No.
Layered throughout the apple pie?
No.
It's delicious.
Ooh.
Okay. I highly recommend it.
Yo, I'm going to have to look into that.
Have you ever eaten an apple?
Yes.
Today's ingredient is apple.
Like this video and leave a comment if you've eaten an apple.
Also list your favorite jelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Think, although Smucker's makes this cherry jam.
If you are at this very moment typing out KY jelly.
Stop.
That's applicable.
Actually, yeah. You know. KY jelly and peanut butter sandwich. Whoo, girl.
Better than peanut butter and jelly.
It's the jelly first when it's that. Jelly comes first. Oh, Christ. Wait a minute. Alright. Alright. So, once he was escorted to the medical chambers, King John noticed that their touch on his skin was painfully cold, and their grip was getting tighter and tighter by the moment. By the time John realized...
stop tight.
Babe,
it doesn't need to be that tight.
No, it doesn't need to be that tight. Like, it's not... Jeez, you're gripping it like a stripper pole. You need to chill.
Stop using the vice grip.
The vice grip's... So, I had to learn that the hard way.
Yeah, no, that's the fun thing you learn is just like,
women have no concept.
There's like this, oh man, I don't want to come too fast, and then you have your high school fool around experience, and you're just like, oh, you have no idea what you're doing.
Like,
I'm an expert at this, and you are, quite frankly, an amateur.
And And then it's, oh no, my balls!
No. Stop punching my balls.
Or, yeah.
Oh, you were about to say something way more embarrassing.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Not gonna.
I'm not gonna say.
Just, yeah. So
Did you puke on a dick?
No.
Well.
No.
Little acid reflux. Little acid reflux.
Yeah. You know,
Not a full.
yeah.
Little bile.
Yeah, we'll come on. We'll let it sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. I learned how to suck a dick through bile and air.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Amen. Amen there. All right. So
Well, she grips my dick too tight. Bile coming out her snout. I don't.
You ever see those videos? Never mind. I just, yeah. You know, sometimes you see a porno or two where things come out noses, you know?
Yeah. No, yeah.
Like, whoops.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
Yeah.
No.
Like, wow, damn, that would
Cum burger,
kinda
yeah.
suck.
Cumboogers.com.
Spicy.
Oh man, it depends though. If you're having that strawberry habanero jam, that could be some pretty spicy.
Are you putting it directly on the dick?
It depends.
Apply directly to
Apply
forehead.
directly to
Skin.
Like, I'm looking for that second word. There we go. Skin. So, by the time John realized that he was historic,
This person approaches you with knife in an alleyway. I'm gonna need your skin. Just shaking knife, trying to get the word to come to their head. Skin.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
On the tip of your dick. Foreskin. Yeah, that one. Yeah, you're gonna need some of that. You like strawberries? You like jazz? Like, shit. Okay, so by the time John realized that he was horrifically mistaken, that he was no kid, he had just stripped himself of his only protection against the cold, and that the faces staring at him were frozen in grimaces, it was far too late. The 3 intact hands were already digging into his throat and face, choking him with their grasp and trying to gouge out his eyes. The presence puppeteering the 3 had commandeered a 4th member to his form. Member, you say? It was only
like
a
penis.
Penile. Or maybe he's in penile about his existence. Okay, so it was only a matter of time before one more person crossed the bridge, became ensnared, and finally completed him.
Okay, so he jumped off the bridge and got slurped on until he became a thing under a bridge.
Yep.
Are they trolls? I guess they're trolls.
Maybe.
So
Peanut
he's
butter
the next
jelly.
one.
Peanut butter jelly trolls. Peanut butter jelly trolls.
Now where you at?
Now jump off the bridge. Jump off the bridge. Jump off the bridge. Jump off the bridge.
Get your eyes gouged out.
Get your eyes gouged out.
Oh yeah, that's some good shit. Oh god, here I go. Okay.
Oh god.
It was a
Don't
close
eat
one.
shit.
It was a close one to eating shit, except
You got saved by the gamer subs.
Saved by the gamer subs.
Not sponsored yet.
Not sponsored.
Yet. Come
One
on.
day.
One
Come on,
day.
gamey suppies.
Just send me a few tubs and you'll owe me for life. Are you okay there, bud?
Yeah.
Had too much to drink? Ready to drive home?
Let's go. 2 hours,
That's
baby.
2 hours.
Woo! Not my car.
I love how you're just confusing this shit out of the barista at 8 o'clock at night, and you're just like, I have a drive home. I'm gonna get tired,
like,
so I need decaf. And he's just like, what?
What?
Yeah.
You can see the question marks above his head.
And it's like, so do you want like a half cap?
Like,
yeah, I'm gonna drive home, so I'm gonna need a lot of cats on you, decaf. He's just like,
it's enough.
What is happening?
There's enough caffeine in decaf to carry me. Like, I'm so much more awake now than I was. Like, I was able to read and almost get through it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's that decaf.
I would hope you would be able to read. You're going to need to do that on the signs to go home.
That one looks like Akron, maybe. Oh, I just revealed.
That Akron is a place in...
Dad Akron.
Mm-hmm.
That Akron.
Dead aspirin.
Dead aspirin, dead aspirin.
Ass.
Rim?
Asses.
Ass. It's like into the mic.
Elias, decide how much you want to keep us just saying ass at the end of the podcast.
Podcast.
This has been the Fear Fiction Podcast. Your hosts have been Chelsea, Frickles, and DP. Music by Abysmii. Poorly edited by Elias the Intern. If you enjoyed this episode of Fear Fiction, you can show appreciation by heading over to youtube.com/Creepypasta and binging our 2-sentence horror story uploads. We should be on track to release 2 YouTube shorts a week, plus a double DP classic creepypasta per fucking week. Also, Frickles and I will see you next Tuesday on the Creepypasta channel for the exciting continuation of the Pizza Hatch story. What happened after Frankie jumped into the Pizza Hatch? Find out Tuesday and bring a designated driver.
Rose, dear, I don't know that all of these ragamuffins your boyfriend has found are Mormon material. In fact, I'm not sure Dagon himself understands Mormonism, or even knows where he is, or what he is.
Agatha, with respect, that's not a very Mormon attitude. Dagon has done a better job in bringing in new people to the faith than anyone else. Surely it's our duty to give them the best shot possible at becoming full-blown members of the Latter-day Saints.
A full-blown member seems to be the only thing on your mind, dear.
Sister Agatha!
Huh. Got him. Anyway, I'm not going down to that little service being held in the basement. If you want to speak on things not being Mormon, that leaky room is as full of non-Mormons as it was when I asked you to figure out the pump situation last month.
Surely it'd just be easier to have all of Dagon's recruits join a normal service?
No way. They're far too unruly. Take the ginger ale and go. No. The cat isn't the important part. The important part is the entire town seemed to be inhabited by fish people. But not like Dagon, more subtly fish people, like people with fishy faces and slanted eyes.
Sounds like something out of Bohemian Grove. Those people are absolute cultists. I went there and let me tell you, there was this giant owl deity that they were all worshipping. Everyone was there, all the movers and shakers of the deep state and...
Gee, Jelix, sounds totally believable. You wouldn't happen to have any proof of this conspiracy theory, would you?
I'm learning so much about Mormonism right now, guys.
Okay, everyone. It's time to focus on discussing and reading the Book of Mormon. You know, the reason we're all here. Not as in the origin of the universe, but I mean, like, here, in this temple basement.
Gee, Rose, if this was a real Mormon reading, shouldn't we be in the pews or one of the air-conditioned meeting rooms that isn't wet? This stale air can't be good for my crochet all day Isabel Marant outfit. I had to take off the matching sandals and this fringe nutjob won't stop looking at my feet.
I'm a man, goddammit. I'm entitled to look at your feet. Ah!
God, he sounds just like my stepdad. I just wanted to play Animal Crossing, but he forced me to watch a film on Building 7. It was basically child abuse.
Hey, do you think your stepdad would like to be a Mormon?
Okay, Dagon, I think we have enough people to manage for now. We want to make these people good members of the Church of Latter-day Saints. And Mormonism is the thing we all have in common. The only thing we have in common.
Well, actually, I think the thing we all have in common is Dagon. I'm studying him in the name of science. Annika is cynical. But she's right. We like Dagon. He is my god, and I will be his reaper.
Maxine G. Ravenshadow. That's blasphemy.
Indeed, don't blaspheme, kid.
I'm glad you're on my side.
I'm a monotheist, just like you and Dagon, Rose. But I'm here to hear Dagon explain clues. That way I can find out where all the lizard people are meeting that run the world.
Deviled eggs on a boiled pickle.
It's okay, Rose. I think we're all excited to learn about Mormonism.
Okay, listen everyone. All of you like Dagon. So if we want to stay a community and keep Dagon happy, we have to make an effort to be good Mormons. Make sense?
Yes, Rose. I can play along.
I'm already polygamist. I just need to find the right women.
Okay then. Open your books to Genesis 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
I'm already bored.
I swear to God, you little Visigoth.
Are you tired of humanity? Because I sure as fuck am. I'm leaving. I'm going to the Corvid Corner.
In a previous episode of Corvid Corner, we discussed the possibility of Corvids adopting other Corvids.
Right.
And it got me thinking about what you could do with that, and why haven't we got our Pixar or DreamWorks movie about a goth, super goth crow or raven family adopting a blue jay?
Right.
It's just like the meme of like the Corvid family, and then it's just like crow, raven, and it's like the little kid in like the blue outfit, blue jay.
Right.
Why haven't we gotten that movie yet with the Pixar DreamWorks crow face?
Probably because like the crows would be super nice, but like the blue jay would be like that little kid from the pilot episode of Hell of a Boss. Blue jays are not family friendly.
There you go.
The Corvid Corner.